Hello comic book community, Dragonheart here, just with last week's pickups from the 2nd of May, Wednesday the 2nd of May I believe it was, as well as the issues I picked up last week. I have a couple of little bits that I think you might be interested in as well. So yeah, let's get started. First off we have from Marvel, I picked up The Amazing Spider-Man issue 685. Then we have Avengers vs. X-Men Round 3. I did quite enjoy this. I didn't enjoy this issue as much as I enjoyed Round 2. But I'm definitely going to continue to pick it up for the time being. Next I picked up Exiled, which is the one-shot that starts up the a little upcoming crossover between Journey into Mystery and New Mutants. That was actually quite a good little story. I've read this one already as well. I'm quite looking forward to reading through all these. And next we have Hulk Smash Avengers, issue 1 of 5. It's a new little mini-series that's going to be weekly throughout the month of May. Basically, they've looked back through old story arcs and old volumes, and they've found gaps in the story where the Hulk and the Avengers would have come to blows. And something I thought was kind of cool in the beginning. I was going to open this, but it's actually closed up and I can't bother to do it with one hand. In the very beginning of this issue, it actually tells you where in the continuity it would fit into the stories. I thought that was quite a cool little touch. And next we have The Invincible Iron Man, issue 516. The Long Way Down, part 1. And then last from Marvel, we have Venom issue 17. So that's everything from Marvel this week. Get these up the way. And on to DC. We have Action Comics issue number 9. This looks for a job from Superman of Earth 23. I haven't read this one yet. I am looking forward to reading it. Next we have Animal Man issue 9. This was the first one I read and I absolutely loved it. This is the issue I want to elaborate on a little bit actually. In the opening page of this issue, it makes reference to an old story arc from the original Animal Man series, where he actually meets Grant Morrison. I've got the two main issues here. It's issue 25 and 26. The basic story from these is Animal Man was trying to track down this monkey which he heard was being used to write stories for comic books, and so he's trying to rescue it and liberate it. And in tracking it down, he ends up discovering that it is writing Animal Man issue 25. And where he finally comes into contact with Grant Morrison. And it continues from there into issue 26, which I believe is actually the very final issue that Grant Morrison worked on. Where the two of them have quite a long conversation, where Grant Morrison discusses the comic with him. It's all very, very surreal, but it's a really good little story. and it continues throughout the whole book. And it is really a really good little story. So I thought you might be interested in seeing those for anybody who hasn't actually read them and might have otherwise not gotten the reference from the latest issue of Animal Man. And so I'd highly recommend picking these up if you get the chance. So yeah, thought you might find that a little bit interesting there. And on with the pickups. I got Detective Comics issue 9. Another part of the Night of the Owls. Then next we have Green Arrow number 9. Battle in the Barren Wasteland. Or Battle on a Barren Wasteland, my bad. And Red Lanterns issue 9. The Dead Lantern Corps. That's another one I'm considering dropping. I know I mentioned before that I may well drop Green Arrow. As soon as I said that, the following issue that I read, I actually enjoyed it a lot more, so I'm continuing that on for now. But I am actually considering dropping Red Lanterns, just because it's not keeping my interest anymore, which is a shame. And then next we have Stormwatch against the might of the Red Lanterns. Let's get these out of the way, sorry. And last from DC, we have Swamp Thing issue 9. I really did enjoy this. It's continuing on in good form. I think this is probably my number 2 of all the current ongoing DC series behind Animal Man. Anybody not reading this really should be reading it. So that's all from DC. And then I just picked up one comic from Image, which is Spawn, issue 219. That was really good, I've read this already. Nice and dark, I do like that. And then something I got as a free gift from Ordinal was just a little poster here. See if I can get that all in there. It's a little poster for The Amazing Spider-Man 688. And on the flip side we have Captain Marvel issue 1. Earth's Mightiest Hero. Thought that was kind of cool. And then I do have 2 back issues that I picked up as well. First of all, we have The Incredible Hulk issue 5 from the current ongoing series. I'm glad to have picked this up. This finally means I have I'm completely caught up to date with this series, and I have every issue of it, which I'm pretty pleased about. Oops. And then, last but not least, I picked up an old Top Cow series called Ascension. This is the Wizard exclusive 1/2 issue. It's based in the same, I'll just show you the back here. It has the little certificate of authenticity. It's based in the same Top Cow universe, obviously, as Witchblade and the Darkness. From my understanding, it doesn't actually interact with the series. It just exists in the same world. And I believe there is one of the reoccurring villains in Witchblade does appear in a story arc in Ascension. So I'll be looking forward to picking those up. I think there's about 25 or so issues. Don't quote me on that. It's something around that. So I look forward to picking those up. I've read through it and it is quite an interesting little story. So yeah, that's everything that has turned up, at least so far. give you something to look at while I yammer away. There are a couple of other bits that I have ordered from last week that simply haven't turned up yet. That was Mind the Gap issue 1 from Image Comics. Something I'm quite looking forward to reading. Looks like quite an interesting premise for a story. And the other one was... what was it? Oh, Smallville Season 11, issue 1. I'll include those in the next video I do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found a little bit of history about Animal Man interesting. So I thought you guys might like to see that for those of you who weren't aware of the actual reference he was making in the story. So yeah, that's about all for now, and I will see you next video. Hope you're all enjoying whatever you've picked up the last couple of weeks, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.